Here's a question. Have you ever gilded a lily? Sure, people love lilies, but you know what would make those aromatic blooms even better? Of course you do. We all do. A nice heavy coat of gold. Whoever told you less is more is a brain-dead clown. More is objectively and absolutely more, and you've heard it here first. So we'll begin with the less part of the day. Find a pineapple, cube it up, and roast the cubes with 10% of their weight in sugar. If you're really going the extra mile, since more is more, roast until all that remains is smoldering carbon. If you're a coward, though, you may roast until caramelized, aromatic, and syrupy, then puree. And I guess we could make some ice cream. So let's go in with 357 grams of cream, 61 grams of milk, and 30 grams of glucose syrup. Our goal here is to bring it up to a hot but not boiling temperature, something like 180 F degrees. Separately, combine 7 egg yolks with 150 grams of brown sugar and a pinch of salt. Then, when the liquid is hot enough, do the tempering thing. You know, drizzle in the hot stuff into the eggs while you stir so that the eggs come up to temperature without turning gross. Then dump the tempered stuff into the hot stuff and bring it all back up to temperature. We're looking for thickened and lovely, but 180 degrees is a numeric guide for those who think that math problems are more fun than multi-sensory lived experiences. Anyway, let that stuff chill for a while, at least until cold. Overnight is great. Leave it for a few days like I did because you had other stuff you were doing. More is more after all. Then, right before churning, we'll add 306 grams of our roasted pineapple puree. Now, I don't know if this is real or not, but you and I both know that pineapple can do terrible things to dairy. So combining the two only at the last second is going to ensure that terrible things do not happen to the dairy. Then once it's churned, pack it up and let it freeze overnight. If you're a good person and intent on gilding this lily, more is more after all, please be sure to put some of the ice cream in hemisphere molds for safekeeping. Now the exciting part. It's time for the gilding. We've all had pineapple upside-down cake, yes, each and every one of us. But what if it were immeasurably more complex? More is more, after all. So make a cake, like the recipe for pineapple upside-down cake, but without the pineapple or the upside-down, just the cake. Bake it, and then cut out circles that are the same size as your hemisphere molds. And when I say same size, I mean same diameter, not same volume. Then make a caramel sauce. For worst results, make a caramel sauce without remembering that you're now 6,000 feet in the air and that water boils at a different temperature. That way, your caramel sauce will turn out hard. But it will loosen up in the microwave if you microwave it for a little bit, and that's fine for now. Just make a mental note going forward to adjust all sugar cooking temperatures for your altitude, and think about those days in the past when you lived closer to sea level. But don't think nostalgically, more is more, and that includes altitude. Oxygen is for the weak. Although more oxidation is more, gotta stay consistent. Anyway, now we're going to chop up another pineapple into littler cubes and cook those cubes in some brown sugar and what would, to the trained and probably untrained eye, look like way too much butter. Now don't look at me. I'm just following a recipe I found online, a recipe I will not share because it's a bad recipe. Even though more is more and more butter is more butter. Okay, all done. Now you could be a chicken and just enjoy an out-of-this-world roasted pineapple ice cream all by itself and marvel at what a frozen dairy magician you are, but that's not what we're doing here today. So be brave. More is more. Plate, caramel, cake, ice cream, pulverized pecans, pineapple slop. And you thought you wanted a whole fresh bouquet of lilies. Listen, you gotta dream big. Stop settling for less than you're worth. I simply cannot understand the psychology of a person who would just want a simple scoop of ice cream infused with the depth of brown sugar and the summery superbness of roasted pineapple. No, you have to believe in yourself and weigh that experience down with mediocre cake, overcooked caramel, and a butter-slick pineapple compote that will all work together to make the ice cream untastable and the whole plate nearly inedible. Although tossing some cubes of cake into the ice cream could be fun, maybe a little ripple of caramel, or just enjoy the whole thing by itself. I won't think less of you because less isn't more, and I only think more all the time. Never stop thinking. Think more all the time. Never settle for less. So anyway, what did we learn today? Oh yes, when in doubt, take your lilies, dip them in molten gold, and put that block of drippy metal into a vase, remembering how embarrassing the now shriveled and carbonized remains of those fleeting, fragile, frankly embarrassing real flowers really were. You have something better though, something that will last, something that is a testament to more being more, the gilded lily. Just like I have a plate of stuff hiding ice cream. That's the way things should be. Now go be a proper person. More is more, and you should be watching more content. More of mine, preferably. Bye-bye.